welcome to the very first episode of Randomz Podcast. And for some reason, we decided to do this at my time, 12:30 in the morning. Welcome to our first episode, Trauma Dumping, with a couple of random strangers today, and Andy. All right, take it away, V.
Okay, so it all started when my mother lowered her standards and married my father. You see, they decided that the world needed a very special person to be added into its mix.
You were an
Things weren't
accident,
really.
weren't you?
I was. So they were like, you know what? Let's try this child thing. And my dad had what some people would call buyer's remorse because he walked out a few months later.
Wow.
Not to worry though. My mom, she's a strong woman. Strong,
She's
silent
got
type.
that
That's
shit.
what she is. Kind of like Gary Cooper. And I've been here ever since. I'm an old man. I'm 20 something. I won't say it because I don't want people to be going for my personal info. I have an IQ of 120 and decreasing. And I have a degree. I won't tell you what it's about, but I have a degree. So I have a knowledge of
Oh, so you're educated. That's good. That's good. Okay, that makes you qualified.
You know it.
Okay. Dominic, do you want to be called Dominic?
Yeah, that's good.
Called dude. Which one?
What?
Dom.
I don't care.
Okay, all right, Dom. Let's talk about your trauma. Let's dive deep into what makes Dom qualified to be on this episode of Randomz Podcast.
Oh God, where do you even fucking begin? I've already told you guys so much.
Well, they don't know that.
So I'll just say my parents weren't around much. My grandparents actually raised me, but they paid my mom to get custody of me because my mom was treating me so badly that they didn't know what to do.
So your mom sold you to your grandparents?
Yeah, so that my grandparents got custody of me. And they raised me for years, and it was okay, except for the fact that he's actually my step-grandfather, which I already told you a little bit about my family. It's kind of confusing. So my grandmother was married to my biological grandfather for about 3 years. She couldn't stand him, so they got divorced. And then she got my step-grandfather. Well, she kind of cheated on him with my step-grandfather.
Oh,
But
shit.
anyway, so my grandfather, I consider him more my grandfather, but he was very emotionally abusive, and every fucking thing he would have a problem with me, basically. And we'd always get into fucking arguments about like nothing. And it was like we would just start screaming at each other, and like he would be like, I'm just trying to like test your anger and make sure you're good for the world. And you like
what the fuck?
And
Yeah, they're beating you up and they say, I beat you because I love you type shit.
Yeah. I do this because I love you. I do this because you make me do this.
Yeah, like
that's fucking abuse.
Yeah, because my anger, I didn't realize I stopped pressing the button. But my anger was really bad when younger, and it's still kind of bad, but not as bad. But my grandpa kind of used it as an excuse to try to get my anger to be less, I guess. So, but it still wasn't valid, because he would scream at me. He would get so fucking angry. I said some fucked up shit to him too when I was angry.
Oh,
yeah.
And
that is messed up.
Yeah, I was really.
Somebody.
I apologize, but I was really
Okay,
pissed off.
but you do realize that stuff to say to somebody, right? Like that's not okay.
I feel like anyone would have like
Okay.
at least anger issues if like they have people around them saying that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
He would do the same thing to me though.
I know, but we can't stoop to their level.
And then he would apologize to me about it and be like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah, now that I've apologized, everything that I've done is immediately invalidated. Like that's how it works,
Yeah.
And like I love him, and he's helped me out a lot over the years, but he's still just put me through so much shit.
Like, right.
Like you can love him, but like still like, you shouldn't forget like those things. I believe,
Yeah, like I had to cut my mom out and actually go no contact with my mom all the stuff that she's done, and just she refuses to take any sort of accountability for that. And sometimes you have to make those hard decisions for your own sanity.
Yeah, like there's I know that like this is cliche as hell, but like I heard it like a phrase once that like sometimes you gotta cut off a piece of yourself in order to grow as a person, you know?
That's
Yeah,
real shit.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Andy,
even if it hurts, you have to
yeah,
do it.
for sure. Andy, do you have any trauma that makes you qualified, or are you just here as supportive?
Well, I had a abusive sister growing up. She didn't like me much. So whenever like I was like 4, maybe 5, somewhere around there. There were times where she would try and run over my feet with the vacuum, and actually took the toenail right off. There was times where we would have like a fort outside, and then we were just trying to get back to the house. We were gonna make into a race, but instead of stopping or whatever, she actually pushed me right through the screen door. And it was a glass door, but it was that's what happened to me. And then there was a time where she was supposed to close the basement stairs because we had some concrete stairs at one time. And that didn't go well because of the fact that she said she closed it when she didn't. And 4 or 5-year-old me falls backward down the cement stairs.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah, back to I had to grab something. I heard something about a toenail. What happened?
my sister took a vacuum to my feet and took the toenail clean off.
Oh,
That is awful.
I have a sister that doesn't talk. Another sister that doesn't talk to me. I have one good sister that I am in good standings with, but my other one, she doesn't like me because apparently I don't agree with her lifestyle, which was not the truth. What I said is, whoever you end up with, I just want them to treat you better than how this person's treating you. And that's when she decided that she didn't want any contact with me.
That's wild. I feel like wanting your sibling to have a good partner is a pretty reasonable thing.
Yeah.
At least you have like this one sister that like treats you like a human being, you know?
Yeah, I still get to see my 2 nieces. That's
good.
another thing. The same sister that abused me, she has my one niece, and I don't even get to see her. She keeps that away from our family as well, but it is what it is. But I have 2 good nieces that I can say that I am happy I'm in their life, and that my sister lets me be in their life.
Will never understand the people that use their kids as pawns. Like, I don't think they realize the psychological damage that they're causing to their children.
Yeah, it's very fucked up, you know? Some people just see their kids as like props.
Yeah, my parents were those parents. Like, it was a constant custody thing between them and my nana. Growing up, they always tried to be the worst person in the world. But like, now that I'm an adult and now that I'm older, looking back, I'm like, my nana was the only person that was trying to give me a stable childhood, was trying to make sure that I grew up in a stable environment. Like, the only person. Like, my parents, I literally remember being in preschool, going into the office at my school and with both of my parents, and then being like, can I change her bus stop to this bus stop and only this bus stop and not have it changed? And then the next day the other parent would bring me in there and they'd be like, well, I'm her parent, I need to have this bus stop changed. And they would just use me like a fucking pawn because they just could not for the life of them figure out how to get their shit together. And like, I don't think the impact of parents on their kids is like talked about enough, to the point that like parents are realizing what they're doing.
Yeah, like I really don't understand like how the hell people put like they just don't think about like what they'll do when they have the kid. They're like, I want to have a child, I want to be a dad, I want to be a mom, and they only think about the good times. They never think about like the responsibility, the time that they'll have to dedicate to their child to make sure that they really grow up as a regular person. And a lot of people just prefer to just like hate their children instead of just being a parent, and that really frustrates me.
Right. And I think a lot of people get caught up in the idea of being a parent, like you said. And not only do they not think about but they don't think about when the kid gets older. Like they're not thinking about the length of that commitment. And most of the times, whenever you have younger people having kids, they don't realize that how much of their life is really over. Like, yes, you can do it. Yes, you can succeed, but it's going to make it 10 times harder. Like the odds are stacked against you.
Uh, yeah, I feel like if you want to have something to take care of that you
Mhm.
love and that gives love back, but like you don't think you're like ready for like an insane like a lifelong amount of responsibility or like a large amount of responsibility for a long time. I think you should just get like a pet bird or something
Not a
like a
bird,
fish.
not a fucking bird, not a fish. Both of those
Uh,
take so much fucking
okay, a
work.
dog, a dog,
Dogs take a lot of fucking work.
a
Honestly,
I
shrimp,
want a cat.
if you want something living, get a fucking plant. If you can keep that plant alive for a year,
You can be a parent.
then we'll talk. Then
Better-
we'll fucking talk.
Better yet, a
I couldn't
pet.
keep a succulent alive.
No, I couldn't.
Better yet, a pet rock.
It's gonna be in a fly trap.
Hey, there you go. Get a pet rock. Get Patrick up in here. Get him all the pet rock. Slap some googly eyes on that
SpongeBob,
thing.
Plankton, if you could get Plankton up in here, this would go crazy.
Yes, plankton. Dude, I'm telling you, we are going to make this a thing. I don't know how often. It'll probably just be random, but I don't know where I'm going to post the videos.
Well, it's in the name.
Probably-
It's in the name of the podcast. How
Yeah.
it's the Random Podcast.
Yeah, it's the random podcast. They never know what they're going to expect with me, but like,
We were doing introductions, and I think me and Dom were the only ones that did introductions.
oh, Andy did an introduction?
Well, they'll know who you are, Alyssa.
Well, they don't know my trauma, though.
And
I don't talk about
that's a good segue. Actually.
Okay, guys, I actually have so much trauma. It comes out of everywhere. Just every kind. Just throw it in the bag. I've been every type of abused under the sun. Very traditional, moved around a bunch. There were times that hungry. I remember very distinctly eating corn out of a bag. For a long while, that was a meal that I remember eating, and that was just what I fucking ate because we didn't have nothing else. Have the normal mom and dad issues. My dad he was an alcoholic. I can truthfully say my dad is better now. He is a much better man. I am very thankful for that. I love my dad. So nothing I say is of any ill will towards my dad. He is a better person now. This is strictly just stating what happened in my life. But he was really bad alcoholic, anger issues, a lot of stuff that he was needed to deal with. So that resulted in one time he punched a hole in the wall and there was flour everywhere. The house was literally fucking in shambles. It was in fucking shambles. And I think I was like 8 at the time. A lot of these stories, like you'll notice, they happen like between 8 and 9 and then from 12 up. And that is because those were times that I was with my parents and not my nana. I had a lot of relationship abuse, been in psychiatric hospitals, inpatients, residentials, a lot that we will get in and we will talk about later, but I could literally have multiple hours to myself talking about trauma. But I would like to talk more about how everybody's affected them and like who they are as a person.
And I will use that opportunity
Mhm.
to do that.
Okay.
Uh, so like everyone has said like what their trauma is. Like let me just tell you, like if you look on like if you look up the definition of daddy issues, you will find my name under it because
Mine
that
too.
is
Mine too.
because that is basically like I really could like do like some like mental gymnastics, but that is most of what the stuff that's related to me goes, because when you're a guy, usually like at least like when you're young and you don't know much about the world, you try to like you look for things in other guys around you to like look up to.
Mhm.
And my father, my biological father anyway, he was not that present, in my life. Like he would call me, but he wouldn't really be around. And so my grandfather was the guy that I looked up to as a parent. And for a long time, I saw him as that until and this guy had like a good job, a good wife, children and grandchildren that all loved and respected him. But he decided, you know what? I want more. So he cheated on my grandmother with a high school teacher. My grandmother found out, and it almost tore the family apart. And it really affected me because like, I was like, well, like this guy that I looked up to my whole life, who I saw more as a parent than my actual dad, like, is just a piece of shit. And like, how the hell, like I guess that he's not my father anymore. Then like I had my stepfather, who I tried to
Mhm.
have as my parent, but this guy. Sorry about the motorcycle in the background. If you can hear that. My stepfather, like he is like if I am the definition of daddy issues, my stepfather is the definition of toxic masculinity.
Ah.
Like because the guy's a soldier, you know,
Oh, okay.
and,
Yeah. So he's like a hard ass.
yeah, he's a hard ass, and like he wouldn't do with me like the thing about like, oh, you gotta be a man, but like he would love to be like, I am the man of the house. You will respect that. And I tried, but he thought that like he didn't think that like everywhere in the house but my bedroom was like his domain. He thought the entire house, including my room, was his domain.
I
Leading
feel
up
like a
to
lot of parents
oh, sorry,
feel that way.
yeah, but he invaded my boundaries one time when I was playing GTA online with my friends when I was like 12 years old. And you know how it is when we're kids, right? We like to
Right.
swear, we go shit,
Mhm.
like laughing about it. And he burst into my room and said, "While you're in my house, you're gonna respect my authority." And he grabbed my TV remote and threw it at the television and shattered the screen.
Oh my God. See, that is so over the top. What is that teaching?
Yeah,
That's
it's just
fucked
teaching.
up.
I'm a piece of crap.
Like, yeah, like I don't know, or like hit or had to do like wall sits as a kid. But that was like a pretty regular thing for me. And that was something I never understood in terms of punishment because all that did was make me afraid. Like I did not learn anything except that my parents would hurt me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, thankfully, I didn't get to that point. He couldn't. He
Hmm.
couldn't. He couldn't do it because like like even though like that I think that like if he wanted to, not much would have stopped it. But like he didn't like physically abuse me, but he did he made up for it by doing every single other psychological abuse that he could.
Hmm.
Like sometimes like he would like while I would be having lunch or dinner, he would stop me having my meal to complain to me about shit that I did that week that he didn't like. And like the things that he would complain about, in my opinion anyway, were like not that bad. Like you forgot some clothes on the ground in your bedroom. You didn't wash
Yeah,
the
but you're a
dishes that one time.
child.
Yeah,
Like you're
to
a
a child.
child. You're gonna do that. You're gonna forget things. Like it's okay. You're a kid. It happens.
Yeah, exactly. But like he thought that I had to do those things. That was his rule. And if I tried like defending my position, like, oh, I didn't know, he would like yell over me. Just I was able to like thankfully like move on from that. I was able to like I was able to like tell him that like it's his house and I'm gonna respect that. But he needs to respect me as a human being too. Like he
Mhm.
chose to be with my mother, and like he got involved with her knowing that she had a child from a previous affair, like not like as in like romantic affair, but like relationship.
Yeah.
So it's his responsibility to like be aware of that as a grown man and
Mhm.
just like learn to deal with it. I don't have to like deal with his abuse because like he won't like because he's not willing to be a father to me. Like he's the one that's coming into my life, not vice
Right.
versa.
Like exactly. Like whenever you date somebody with a kid, like I've dated somebody with a kid. Like I know what people are gonna say. Like I was 16, I was dating somebody that had a 3-year-old, and I fucking loved that little girl to death. Like I understood that they were a package deal, and that's like just how it is. Like you can't date somebody with a kid and not love the kid like your own. Like you are dating that person with the hopefully with the intent of marrying someday. Like yes, someday you will be a stepdad to that kid. Like if you're not prepared to step into that role, don't fucking even look at that person.
Yeah, and I was like thinking to myself like who am I supposed to look up for in this life? You know, I have my grandfather who was my dad figure. Then he broke that trust by betraying my grandmother, and I have my stepdad who's an abusive asshole. Like, who do I look up to? And I just kind of like came down to the realization, my personal realization anyway, that sometimes, dude, you just have to be your own dad. You know, like you just have to like
Yeah.
stop like trying to find someone to like reflect yourself on and be like, I'm just gonna like look at you and find instead of like being like, oh, this is what I should do, I'm gonna use you as an example of what I shouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how, you know, I dealt with my personal trauma related to that.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. I was very fortunate when my dad wasn't there. My mom was dating an amazing man. His name was Corey. You know, they were never married, but I always called dad.
It's okay.
But I always referred to him as my dad. And you know, he was the one that taught me, stupid, be smart. In everything. Just if you're gonna be stupid about something, do it smart. You know. And so I don't know. I guess I kind of had him as a dad figure, and then whenever he left and I didn't have a dad anymore, that I did not cope with that, and instead of dealing with it in a healthy way, I confided in much older men to try and deal with my daddy issues, which backfired horribly, and I ended up in a very, very abusive relationship with a 26-year-old at 16. So if any dads are listening to this and you're thinking, oh, well, I talk to my kid once a week, or, oh, I provide for them, that's not enough. Please show up for your kid. Because the only one that's going to be receiving backlash for you not being there is your daughter. So.
Yeah. And, you know, even though like and just stop giving your kids like a tablet or a cell phone and be like, this is your mom now, this is your dad now. Just like
Yeah.
be there for your kid, okay? Like this world, the world that we're living in, it like technology is advancing very quickly. We gotta stop like having our devices, you know, if you know, parenting our children, because you know our devices have access to what, the internet, and the internet has a lot of bad shit in it, all right? And
Yeah.
you know, just fucking watch over your kids.
I mean,
Like
even
if
on
they have,
YouTube
let them
Kids,
play
like,
Roblox, but just check out what they're playing
not
in that
even,
game.
no, not even Roblox. Not even Roblox. Guys, if your kid's on Roblox, I play Roblox because I'm still a fucking child and I like playing tycoon games that I used to play when I was a kid. I saw a video, or I saw a game on there called Let's Get Freaky. Let's Get Freaky. And the freaking game tag thing was a tongue. Excuse me, what? This is a fucking
Okay,
kids
maybe
game.
don't let your kids play Roblox.
Like, do not know anything on the internet, even YouTube Kids. Like, look at what you are, like, please do not even give your kid access to the internet. I understand that it's rough. Give them a fucking book. Give them a fucking sticker book. Give them crayons. Like, I don't care. People did it before technology. I know it's easier to stick your kid in front of a screen. I know hypothetical kids are the easiest to raise. I do not have a kid. However, I have been around multiple kids. I have siblings, I have cousins, and I can truthfully say that anytime I'm with my cousin Gracie or anytime I'm like with my younger siblings, it is so easy to just not have a damn screen and just take them to the park or just sit at home, like, and just let them show you things. Like, they are such curious creatures. I have to refer to them as creatures, like to little humans. They're such that, like, you just like interest, like, just be interested in whatever the fuck they're showing alone.
And when they're like, and when they become 18 years old, you introduce them to Minesweeper very carefully. Okay, just very
What do
carefully. Let them play
you mean, Minesweep? Oh,
Well, Roblox is out of the table. Minecraft,
oh, for sure. Yeah, 18.
we know those Minecraft YouTubers, like so,
No.
Minesweeper, Pac-Man,
No,
maybe.
there's a TikToker. Her name Mama something, and she's friends with Tori Phantom, and they absolutely love how she did social media with her kid. Her kid understands the dangers of social media, understands what she can and cannot do, understands why she's not allowed to do certain things on her phone. And like, I think the way that she handles it is really, really wonderful, because it allows her kids to still have social media and still have that belonging, because like, I didn't have a phone in high school, and I was like the only kid without a, and like, I was a fucking outcast. Like, I got excluded from like everything because I didn't have a phone, and ain't nobody wanted my fucking mom's number. Like, come on now, that's pathetic when you're in high school. So like, it still allows her kids to have a social life while being safe.
Yeah, just Block Breaker. I heard it's pretty good. Oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
The only game kids should play is Minecraft.
I agree.
When in doubt, Candy Crush.
Yes.
Alrighty. Give them Subway Surfers, but don't
Subway
let it.
Surfers is good.
Doodle
Jump is good.
On their birthday, let them play tic-tac-toe, okay? On their birthday.
Temple Run.
Tic-tac-toe.
Anybody remember that?
What?
Am I too old?
What'd you say?
Temple Run. Do you know what that is?
Oh, yes! Dude, I love the first one, but the second one, butt.
Mm-hmm.
Or Flappy Bird.
Second one was butt. Flappy Bird, I hated that game because I was not good at it. Crossy Road, they can play Crossy Road. Crossy Road is safe. Though that might be a little violent for the ones.
Well, actually, that one had, for people that have, experience with getting hit by cars, you probably shouldn't get into that one.
Yeah, that might be a little. We might want to put a trigger warning on that.
Yeah, car trigger warning. If you're afraid of cars, you might want to look somewhere else.
Also,
dude, if I ever get canceled, listen, if I ever joke that somebody else didn't think was funny, that's what it'll be.
Well, getting canceled for being unfunny is,
well, at least it would teach them.
I mean, I am funny, okay? Listen. Wrong.
Your humor is too dark.
That's not my fault. I have trauma. I'm allowed to joke about shit that I've been through.
Okay. Tell us a joke right now on the spot.
Easy.
Easy. I can't because there's somebody that takes my joke the wrong way and cannot make a joke, and they will take it, blow it way out of proportion, and the next thing I know, I'll wake up and the whole internet is calling me a racist. So, like,
that is fair.
What's the difference between a blonde and a mosquito?
What?
One stops sucking when you smack it.
Hey, I like blondes.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay. Maybe jokes is not the move here.
No, jokes is not the move. All right, Dom, how do you think your trauma affected you, and how did you deal with it? Or how do you plan on dealing with it?
This whole thing is trauma.
This is a podcast. It's a podcast about trauma. Yes.
Indeed. Give us all the
lay it out for us.
And maybe not so tasty bits.
How just trauma affected me? Give me a second.
You don't gotta talk about all of it. You just like pick a few things or like do
whatever you're most comfortable with.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into specifics, I guess, but I'll just say that I impulsively spend my money on not terrible things, just dumb things. But not recently as bad. But anyway,
Can you give
that's one of
examples?
I can't really go into specifics,
Oh,
but
God. It's not
it's like a topic I can't talk about. But
okay.
Understandable.
but anyway, so yeah, there's that. Also, my depression is just like terrible. Like I told you guys a little bit about it, and
Mhm.
it's just like it feels like a terminal disease to me, kind of. Like, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
sometimes it just like gets so intense I don't know what to do. Same thing with my anxiety. My anxiety is like all the time, constant type of thing.
Mhm.
Um, Sometimes it's not as bad, but it's more like I don't notice it, but it's still there, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
so I so I like self medicate with weed to
Mhm.
like help with the anxiety, which it helps sometimes, but I can't do it all the time, because it's kind
Right.
of unhealthy. Um, so there's that. I mean, I still cope with it, which is not a healthy way of anything, but um, and I just have self-destructive behaviors that have affected me in different ways that have led to my mental health deteriorating. And part of the reason is like I get into situations that are uncomfortable, but I don't understand that they're uncomfortable because I don't read the situation right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And maybe I cross a line with somebody, I say the wrong thing, or say something that makes them uncomfortable, or and like it's like not on purpose or anything, but like I just don't read the room right or read the social cues right, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Right.
but like that's part of the reason why I think I have some like aspects of autism, and like it's just like I don't know how to like tell when a person's feeling a certain way. Like I can tell when they're upset, but like I can't.
You just lack that empathy and that those observation skills.
Like I can't read a room for the life of me. Like
Yeah.
I'm just very oblivious to my surroundings sometimes, and
That's
like
understandable.
sometimes I have like tunnel vision on, I guess,
Mhm.
and it's just like it's even affected my like friendships. Like I've had like multiple friendships end because I misread a situation, or I just most time it's misread a situation, or I flirt with somebody in the friend group or something dumb like that.
You don't flirt within the friend group.
Yeah.
It's
Listen,
recipe for
like,
disaster.
listen. If that's a crime, then put the cuffs on, judge, because I'm the exact same way, bro.
No,
Like,
I'm fucking guilty as hell too. Recipe for disaster.
let me give you like not trying to like take away from what Dom was talking about, but let
For
me
sure.
give you like how bad my situation is at where I'm currently studying at. So my friend group is so small that like my classroom is mostly comprised of my friend group.
Okay.
I'm straight, I don't really mind like if
Uh,
someone is LGBT, I'm
right.
totally
Yeah.
comfortable with that. But I'm only interested in women. And
Right.
out of and my female friends from the friend group, one of them is extremely religious, and,
Mhm.
to the point that she only wants to like date for marriage.
Mhm.
One of them already has a boyfriend, and another is like from what I don't know if this is like true or not, but she told me that she is like schizophrenic.
Okay.
And like I feel like I just wouldn't be able to like I wouldn't be able to be there for her and help her out if I tried,
Right. Yeah. No.
like
Uh, dealing with schizophrenia is a rough thing to witness. It's a rough thing to talk
Yeah.
somebody through. It's just a hard thing.
Yeah. So and like and it's one of those things as well where like since the friend group is like small, like and we all engage with each other pretty much like pretty regularly. Like if I tried like with one of them, I would be like I would be putting like my position in the friend group in danger in case it went down wrong. So it's not worth it, at least not in that case. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Tinder has been what I've been trying lately, and my God, that app has it earns its reputation. Let's just say that.
Okay, going back to what Dom was talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, Dom. I'm sorry.
I met my ex on Tinder.
Oh my gosh, I
Tell
got
us
banned from
about
Tinder.
tell us about your Tinder experience, Dom.
Oh, you
We
want
are
to know?
talking about trauma here.
Well,
and how Dom's trauma.
I have a feeling his trauma might be associated with that.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
want to.
for sure.
I don't want to get into specifics because I don't want her to find this or whatever. So but yeah, we met off Tinder. We hooked up the first time we met, and it didn't end well. I'll say that at the very least. And she had mental health issues. I had mental health issues, and it just didn't click at all. So
Didn't mix well.
no.
Yeah, like Tinder, like it's just very like scary, like you're meeting someone for the first time, you know nothing about them.
Oh, when I
Like
was in college, I would go on Tinder all the time.
on college,
Yeah, college campuses with Tinder is insane.
you're brave at that. You're fucking brave. I
I
don't know, man.
was I'm not gonna say, but I was
Yeah, don't say the
interested.
college name. This is the college I was at. This was my degree in this year. No.
College was crazy.
What did you do in college? Tell us about it.
I was like undeclared for like till my like third year, and then like I like did music for a little bit, and it didn't work out. Well, COVID happened, and then I didn't go back pretty much.
Wait, so you didn't graduate?
Yeah, I went to college for 5 years. I'm like $25,000 in debt.
Why don't you get your degree?
Well, I could go back. I put my application in. I just got to pay it, but I don't even know if it's like I would have to move back to New York basically, and like I don't want to go through the hassle.
Transfer.
Yeah.
Because I owe money to my college, and I don't know if they'll
you
let me
can still
transfer.
transfer. No, you can transfer. You
Yeah.
can transfer.
Better than just let the debt accumulate for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I could talk to one of the schools out here and see if I can get like a grant or something.
1000% do that. All scholarships that you can get because you are over the age of 23. So now all of that stuff goes based off of your income.
Oh, okay. I'm not making that
Qualify
much.
for a lot more.
What was the degree?
Music industry.
Bro, you can definitely like if you've done 5 years, like it shouldn't take that long for you to get it.
Yeah. What degree are you?
So here's what happened. My first year, I failed out because I was extremely depressed. I had a weird period, 6-month period, where I didn't feel anything. Like anything. Like I would touch stuff and I wouldn't feel it. Like hot, cold. If it's cold outside, I wouldn't feel cold. And like it was just weird. And like so much stuff went on. Like I just failed my first year, and then I went to community college for a year, and then I went to my my other college.
I can understand that at that point. Like, were the classes difficult, or was it just like the depression thing, or a mixture of the two?
It was just like I wasn't ready to go away, and my family kind of forced me to go away.
Oh.
they were like, you have to go away. Like, and I'm like, why can't I just go to community college? And they're like, that's not good enough.
Jeez.
feel
I
like
think they
some
just wanted me
parents
out of the
put
house.
too much expectation on their kids too quickly. Like, I don't know. Like, stay with me here, but I feel like some parents, like their kid, like goes off to college or turns 18, and the parents think that they did a better job raising their kids than they did. So their
Then the
kids are
kids
just
go off
kind
to
of like,
college.
what the fuck do I do? And
Then
they
the
just
kids
kind
go
of
off to
drown.
college and fucking party like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I wish I had the courage to do that kind of shit. Are you kidding
I'm not
me?
gonna lie to you. Bro, I would be a fucking party girl. Like 1000%. I used to have a really flirty, naturally sexy personality. And since being with my now boyfriend, that's kind of just like evaporated. I don't know if it's from like depression. I don't know like what the fuck it's from, but like,
So you're much more sheltered now.
yeah, I don't fucking do anything. I'm fucking boring and I have no fucking friends and I can't fucking make any friends because fucking girls don't like me and I can't try, and I've tried. I've literally in so many Facebook groups trying to make female friends, but they all want to go to bars, which I'm not 21 yet. I can't do that. Or they don't want to hang out with me because I'm too young, but it's like, ma'am, you're 25. You have a cat, you know.
Yeah, and
Can I
like
get
them
a
not
cat?
wanting to, and them wanting to hang out with, like not wanting to hang out with you because they're 25. Like it's not that crazy of an age difference, you know. Like you're still adults.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think they just get tripped out by the fact that like, I'm just so much younger than them. Most people my age are, you know, like they're still babies. Like they're still figuring out how to be adults.
Yeah, I mean, I am older than you, and I'm still figuring out how to be an adult. So I can kind of relate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still figuring out how to be an
Like
adult.
I like, you know how it feels to like as like walking towards becoming an older guy, like starting to like get into like fucking anime and and like I'm not talking about like the serious anime. I'm talking about like not Sailor Moon, but like
Naruto.
yeah, like Naruto, Dragon Ball, that kind of stuff. Like as like
I
most
love
people
Dragon Ball.
watch that. Yeah, I love it too. Like fucking Hunter.
All of Dragon
Hunter.
Ball, I love it.
It's good. It's fucking good. And like people like usually like when I talk to them about it, like they've been fans of it for like their whole lives or since they were teenagers. And I'm only getting onto that shit now. Like I feel like I've got like hobbies or something that I've like only come to like as an like older person, you know.
Yeah.
Like, cause like the pandemic kind of forced me to like have a personality. So you know.
That's understandable. All right, I'm going to slightly steer the conversation back to our trauma and how it affected. Still got Andy and me to get through. So, Andy, take it away with how your trauma affected you and how you dealt with it or are currently dealing with it.
I am dealing with it in the way of realizing that family is not just the blood and is with family. It's also sometimes you just have to pick out your family from your friends group, from people closest to you that actually know you better than anything else. Because they know you because they've been there from day one or they've been there. Some family doesn't stick around that long.
And sometimes they do, but they do it to like hold it against you, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've been there for you when no one else has been. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true too.
I 100% agree that family is 100% who you choose it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Be your own dad. Choose your own family. That's the ticket.
Yeah.
Or mom, I guess, or parent if you're not non-binary.
Or be your own grandpa.
That's not how that is. V. That is not how.
Hey, I'm supportive. Okay, that's
I know.
the message is I'm a
The
good
message-
person, and
I
everyone
know.
should look up to me because of that. Okay, that's just like
Oh,
the
okay.
point.
That's a little egotistical, don't you think?
And actually,
Just a
I'm
tad bit
I'm
narcissistic.
very humble. They call me Humble Harold. That's what you should. My name's not My name's not Harold. Okay, but that's what they call me. And that's what everyone should call me from now on.
Okay, Harold.
Okay, Marvin.
Fuck.
Alright.
Andy. So, do you have anything else to say, or was the main? Have you said the main message of like your thing?
That's about it. I'm gonna pass it on over to Alyssa.
Alrighty. I'd have to say I have dealt with it so far in a lot of ways, therapy, a lot of just self-processing, self-reflection, a lot of DBT. But I'm also sorry, there's like cops there. I'm also not really dealing with it. And this is like the side that like I never talk about in my mental health, and this is gonna be like the first a lot of people are hearing about it. But so I suffer with borderline personality disorder. And I cannot even express how painful it is to live with that every day. Like, and my boyfriend always like tries to explain to me whenever I get real morbid that like life will get better, life will get better. And I always have to explain it to him. And this is the way that I found that sticks with him is that I know life will get better, but the pain that I feel right now is so great that I don't care that it's going to get better. I don't care. I want it to end now.
Yeah, I relate to that.
Like, and it's just, and it affects everything. Like, I struggle to regulate my emotions properly. I struggle to communicate effectively. I struggle to even just recognize right and wrong sometimes, blur reality and fiction. And it will create these narratives for itself that just kind of fit whatever anxiety I'm having. And it can lead to a lot of toxic behaviors. And a lot of people with BPD actually are labeled as toxic and manipulative because, yes, it can make us act that way. And it's a hard thing to manage. And like the amount of trauma and the amount of like pain, like physical pain, like whenever I hurt, I can physically feel my heart crush and like my chest crush, and it hurts so badly that I can't breathe, and sometimes it like makes me sick. And that's strictly a result of my parents. Like I got BPD from my parents, and I don't think they'll ever fully realize the impact that they've had on me in that way.
Yeah, I think that's something that like some parents like underestimate. Like they believe that like some things like just like pass by and like, oh, they won't remember, or oh, that's not that big of a deal. But
Right.
like when your brain is still developing, everything affects you. Like most things,
Like I just learned that PTSD, you can see it on scans because apparently your brain is physically damaged. Like,
Yeah.
imagine, like, I could walk up to my parents and be like, hey, you gave me PTSD, and be like, well, I'm sorry. And I could walk up to them and be like, hey, you gave me brain damage, and they'd be like, well, I'm sorry. And like that's another thing that's got to stop is these like apologies. They make them seem like apologies, but they're not actually taking accountability. They're not actually acknowledging anything they did. They're just generalizing everything and being like my parents are like, oh, I'm sorry, I was a horrible mom, or I realized I wasn't always the best dad. And it's like, no, you got to realize you were horrible.
It's like they're not apologizing because they actually feel bad. They're
Yeah.
apologizing so that like you'll stop talking about it, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it sucks, because it doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're like 5 years old or 30. Like your parents will always see you as like a child. So when you're
Hmm.
trying to talk to them about these very mature subjects, they don't give it the I think the attention that they would otherwise, and it's frustrating.
100%. And like my mom growing up, like she's always had really shitty choices in men. And like I told her as much. And I always have told her and called her being unhealthy or toxic or not taking accountability. Like I've told her, hey, mom, this is not okay. And she's always told me, you're a kid, Alyssa. Like it's none of your business. Like you're a child. And like whenever I blew up at my mom, because I did snap at my mom before I blocked her and went like no contact with her, I told her that shit, my fucking train of thought. Help. What was I just saying?
That before you blocked her.
Yeah. Before that.
You want no contact.
Oh yeah, before I went no contact, after, I told her as much as of she doesn't actually apologize for anything. She doesn't actually take accountability for anything. She just dresses it up like an apology to try to make herself feel better.
Parents out there, if you're listening in, you've just had a kid, and they're a little baby and stuff. Just you know, you hear your kids out. When they talk to you, give what that they're saying some thought, because when you brush them aside, it's only gonna make your relationship with them worse.
Yeah. Like I can honestly say that I was by any definition, I was a pretty awful. I was sneaking out, I was smoking pot, like I was doing all the bad things. I was hanging out with people I wasn't supposed to. When I was with my aunt, and I genuinely respected my aunt for a while. Like I fell off a fucking rocker, and that was me. That was no fault of my aunt. That was 100% me. But like for a while, we had a mutual understanding. We had a mutual respect, and I respected her way more than I respected my mom. We came up with rules together. We came up with punishments together. I felt heard. Like I understood why the rules were in place, why the consequences were what they were. Like one of them was if I left town without letting her know, I was grounded for 3 days. And that was one that we came up with together, because that was actually one I came up with because I felt like grounding was fair. Because like I didn't want to keep doing it, and she was always really nice about like letting me go places and hanging out with friends and stuff. So like I just genuinely had a better relationship with her because she heard me out and treated me like I was a person.
Your aunt wasn't like, so your aunt took more of a role as a parent than your mom, you would say.
I wasn't even with my aunt for that long. Like I really wasn't, but the time that I admit, like I was awful. Like I was terrible, and I took advantage of the love and the grace that she was giving me. And I want to go back and kick myself in the fucking ass. Because I ruined a good thing there. I went back with my ex after she told me not to, after she trusted me not to. And I still fucking got sucked back into his fucking narcissistic charm, even though I fucking knew he was bad news. I knew nothing good was going to come out of it. And a fucking dumbass. I wasn't ready to heal. I wasn't ready to admit that I had any problems. I could do no wrong. Everybody was out to fucking get me. I was the book definition of an abusive borderline. Like, I was god awful. It wasn't until I met my now and I realized that he was a good guy, that I genuinely started working on myself to get better. Because I was like, I don't want to fuck this up. Like, he deserves a healed version of me, and I'm not the guy that I want being the mess that I am.
And you're doing your best. You're trying, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well,
Accountability is the first challenge.
That is,
Everything
dude,
else
accountability is fucking hard. Dude, the shame and the guilt that come with taking the shame that comes with taking accountability is fucking suffocating.
Yeah, no, don't tell me about it. Everything else afterwards is not easy,
It
but
gets
easier in comparison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. As we wrap up this very random podcast, does anybody have any last tidbits to add? Any last little stories, words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom, I would say play some Crossy Road because then you'll learn to actually dodge cars.
Okay, that's
Well, I have
Okay.
car trauma, so I'm
No,
gonna
bro,
block
you play
for
Minecraft.
that one. You play Minecraft, so you know how to differentiate different types of wood.
Well, you can dodge mine carts. There you go.
I would
Oh.
say that anybody struggling to reach out, whether it to be to me, I would rather, hear your guys' stories.
Come on the
a million
show.
times. Yeah, come on the fucking show. Like, share your story. Get your story out there. I this probably not, but hey, it could blow up. I could be fucking surprised. I could wake up and this could be at 100,000 views. But definitely reach out.
If Talk Tua gets like 1,000 views, I think we can get
I think we
at
can
least 500.
Yeah. But I just reach out. Like, there's numbers, and if you don't feel like there's anybody you can talk to, there's like anonymous like groups that you can talk to on Facebook and people will just like reach out and talk to you. There is like 988 call. I know sometimes personally I prefer to talk to a person. That's why I said feel free to reach out to me. Reach out in the Discord. I will link it. I will link it in the description below so you can join the Randomz Randos.
Good name, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked Randomz
Randos.
Yeah.
It's like the
Oh my
Sinister
gosh,
Six
my
kind of,
voice.
but good.
Still
My
not
voice is
verified.
gone.
We are the Randomz Randos.
And this
Yeah.
concludes Randomz
Yeah.
Podcast.
Randomz
Actually,
Podcast.